Hey, John. Carlos here had already figured out what was going on with the gauges. Since the wires are cut behind every gauge, wires are cut behind the fuel gauge, and then the tack. Of course, there's the only wires to deal with the tack would be for the lighting, but the tack cable is non-operable. Oh, the use of the tack cable, was it cut? The tack cable cut?
I haven't found the tack cable
Oh,
other than I'm assuming it's underneath the floor.
Okay, so the tack cable's not hooked up to the back of it.
It's not screwed in.
Okay, and then so we don't know the condition of the tack cable yet. And then the oil pressure, that was crimped off. You said, right?
It's cut. It's just cut and open.
Let's wonder why we aren't getting. Well, this end that's got to be the end from this where it's cut's got to be crimped over.
It's got to be something. It was just a rubber hose on the back of it. Let me reach up on the field. Yeah, it's just got a rubber hose on the back of it.
Yeah, so there's a copper line somewhere under the floor that's got to be capped off, or we be dumping oil pressure. And then temperature, I already explained to him, that's a capillary tube filled with ether. And so we need to swap that over to, and that was cut off. And see, it's cut off over here too. So the ether bulb went right there above the alternator. So anyway, I'll get John. I'll give you some options on the gauges. The gauges themselves probably work, but I would convert the temperature to electric. Oil pressure, we just need to hook a line back up to it. Tack, we got to find the tack cable, make sure it's working, and hook to it. And fuel would be an easy wiring job as well. So that, I guess that'll be our next step before we go down to the bottoms. We should get your gauges operable. And then you don't have a choke cable for some reason. Evidently, one of these holes that's got a light switch, well, probably the hole that's got bilge pump in it was where the choke was.
You got instrument navigation. Then you got search light is there, and I don't know.
I bet you choke was there. I bet that was choke.
I don't know where that's wired in, but I have no idea what it goes to.
Probably bilge pump. Well, no, you have
bilge pump here.
Well, you might have two bilge pumps. All right. So anyway, we'll figure out this wiring for you, but you need a new choke cable. Those run about $100. They come 20 foot long, and then we customize the length once we get it here. But you're missing the choke cable entirely. All right, man, thanks.